Why did I freeze? Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, I'm frozen.
Well, we are back with the mother and son post-game show. We're a little delayed. We had some technical difficulties today, but it's all good.
It's all Zoom's fault.
It's all it's all Zoom's fault. And we also are disturbed. We're very disturbed by the Giants and their poor showing on their home field.
We are
Oh, oops.
we're
I was,
back.
I thought that was me.
Sorry.
But yes, like my mom said, we're back.
I can't hear.
You can't hear
Why can't
me?
I hear you?
You hear me
No,
now?
no.
I hear you.
I can read your lips. The technical difficulties are real today, folks.
Yeah.
It's not on mute?
No. How about now?
Not really sure why it's silent. Do you want to call yourself?
Call myself.
Call yourself and put it on speaker, and then we can maybe can hear it through the speakers. Here.
I can't call you if we're already on the call though. Oh, you can't even see what I'm saying. So they probably can't even hear me on YouTube. Did you mute something?
On your phone?
Oh, you're saying on my phone.
Yeah.
Championship last year.
Oh, wait a minute.
Then acquired Debo Samuel
I figured it out.
and some other players on defense. And now they're ready for the Super Bowl.
Hi.
That's what it looks like. I'm not saying that they're going
Hello?
What do you, hello? Can you hear me?
I figured it out.
So you hear me now through Zoom.
Yes.
Okay, I'm hanging up.
Bye.
The only thing that changed is that Debo Samuel went there.
Are you listening to another one of our videos?
The same thing we always do. We don't do much.
It's not me. You still hear me, right? That doesn't sound promising. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start the intro over. Sorry. As you guys can see, we've had technical difficulties. We're here, we're back. We're a little more upbeat than usual after a loss, but at this point, we're at the point of the season where any other loss is just an icing on the cake, and it is a check mark toward us getting a higher draft pick. We're at that point of the season. This is where
Yeah.
we're at.
Yeah.
So
True.
no more of us being angry and upset. Well, maybe sometimes here and there, but at this point, I could have told you we were going to lose this game last week. Anyone could have told you we were going to lose this game, and you should be able to believe it. And the fact of the matter is, we're getting worse each week.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into that. Before we do, please make sure you like and subscribe. We got to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. I would love to see it happen on December 1st. We got some subscribers and we thank you, but we got to get some more support in here and got to keep this family growing because it means the world to me and my mom, and it helps us put out more content for you guys. We just need to get to the 1,000 subs. We're so close. And it would mean the world to me and my mom. So please help us out, grow the family out. It doesn't matter if you're a Giants fan or not. Anybody is welcome, even the Cowboys fans. So come on, let's just get this going. Let's get to our 1,000 subs. But I want to start this podcast by prefacing with this statement. Daniel Jones, I apologize for everything I've said, every sort of bad thing I've wished on your career. I thought you were 85% of our problems. And seeing you gone and succeeding with the Colts, albeit on an easier schedule, it's not an excuse. It's just it is what it is. Uh, Seeing what the Giants have done in your absence, honestly, if you put Daniel Jones in there right now versus last year, it's the same. If you just looked at their records and just said 2-7, 2-7, which team had Daniel Jones on it? They both are 2-7. Yes, Jaxson Dart's doing great, and it's not Jaxson Dart's fault. What I'm getting at is the coaching is atrocious. Why is it that on the first drive we get a touchdown to the tight end, Theo Johnson? 15-yard pass for a touchdown. And then we don't throw to him for the rest of the game. At least that's what it felt like. We abused Wan'Dale Robinson. You gave it to Darius Slayton. You dished it out to even Devin Singletary got a lot more touches than usual. We used basically everybody else except Theo Johnson after he got a touchdown. Why? I don't know. But for some reason, we like to use the tight end on the first drive, and this includes Daniel Bellinger in previous games. We like to use the tight ends and get touchdowns with them on the first drive.
It's true.
And then after that, we don't use them anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's getting on my nerves because one week Theo Johnson misses a big catch that could have gave us a first down for a potential touchdown. And then this week he gets our first touchdown and almost our only touchdown in the first. Actually, no, that was our only touchdown in the first half. So I don't understand what's going on in Mike Kafka's mind and what Brian Daboll is going through in his head when he's making these decisions. But clearly, it's coaching. Shane Bowen, the defense is getting worse every week. It's getting worse every week. Yes, there's been more injuries, but the Giants have had injury problems since 2012. They've had problems, and the problems only continue to get worse. But outside of injuries, why is it that Abdul Carter still can't get to the quarterback? Why is it that we're not keying for him? Why are we not blitzing? We send the same four people, and we didn't get any sacks. Like we didn't get shit today. Like the defense got ran over, just like they did last week. They're saying that we have the worst rush defense in the NFL. Shocker. When you just give up yards like that, 9, 10 yards a carry, getting run through. Dexter Lawrence, his talent's being wasted. We have a all-pro top nose tackle in the league. His talent's being wasted. He's not going to get a championship anytime soon. Not if he plays with the Giants any longer.
No.
We're wasting talent. Our secondary is terrible. They can't cover a window that's already covered. They just can't do it. And it doesn't make sense. Deontay Banks is the biggest bust that we've had outside of Evan Neal.
Yeah.
Outside of Evan Neal, those two are terrible. Deontay Banks can't do anything. You got this guy Black coming off the practice squad. He's terrible. Terrible. Awful. Had Buddy limping off the field, but then he started running, then he started limping again. Make up your mind. Are you injured or not?
He wasn't sure.
It's just terrible. I can't. I've never seen somebody hobble on one leg and then run normally and then go back to hobbling. He can't even be injured right. Forget about covering. Like, it doesn't make sense. The secondary is terrible. Drew Phillips, I think, is our only starter out there in the secondary. And Drew Phillips is the only person that really does anything. And newsflash, he was one of our worst secondary people in that secondary when we had both starters. And we had Javon Holland and Adebo. Drew Phillips still needs work. So the fact that he's our best person out there in the secondary, it's not looking good.
No.
We got that boy, the Samoan linebacker. I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
Samoan line.
You know what I'm talking about. The guy that came in for not Okereke. Who did he come in for? He came in for somebody. Whoever he came in for, he came in. Now he's injured. So we got all these people. I think we got like 6 or 7 people injured today. But they got a wide receiver over on their team playing with 4 broken ribs, getting the touchdown. But our center goes down with a shin injury. Like what? These people don't want to play. I just feel like these players don't want to play right now.
No.
Cam Scadaboo was the main person that made these people want to play. Jaxson Dart was a part of that. But without Cam Scadaboo, these boys don't play like they were. And they might as well just call him Coach Scadaboo. Because the way he got those people galvanized to get them to play, it's night and day. Nobody listens to Daboll. No one gets hyped listening to Daboll. I can promise you, nobody cares what Daboll has to say in that locker room.
No.
He's not a leader. He's not a coach. At least a head coach. He's not a head coach. He needs to go back to doing something else, some smaller role. He doesn't deserve it. Maybe a position coach, but maybe not quarterback. Don't let him be a quarterback coach because no, he's terrible. You got Jaxson Dart, who looks like he potentially should go into concussion protocol toward the end of the game, like because he's taking all these big hits. Somebody needs to coach Jaxson Dart to slide down on the to slide instead of leaning forward. He keeps running forward head first. He's gonna get hurt. I guarantee you, he got a stinger. That play where he got hit in the shoulder, all shoulder, the helmet to shoulder, he probably had a stinger. But then I didn't even realize he had his head in the back of the ground. Again, he's done that multiple times this season already because he didn't slide.
Mm.
Jaxson Dart is going to run himself into an injury if he keeps doing this. And I get he wants to make it the Jaxson Dart show, which he pretty much did because it should have not finished 34-24. That was the Jaxson Dart show.
Yeah.
It should have just been 34-17. But Jaxson Dart didn't give up. That onside kick was terrible. Clearly, the Giants didn't think they'd ever be in an onside kick situation because it was just terrible. The coaching as a whole is why we stink. They're gonna need waste management to come up in there and solve this problem because this is terrible. It's awful, and it's gonna continue until Dayball, Shane, and everyone else in that coaching staff is gone.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know what we got to do for the rest of this season because, like I said, we're getting worse each week. Normally, it's the other way around. You're supposed to get better as you get more reps in, but somehow we are degrading in terms of how well we perform each week. And yes, injuries do contribute to that. But guys, you can't tell me the people that are coming in for these people don't want to play for a position to get more money. You can't tell me that they're not hungry. What you can tell me is that they're not properly coached.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you could have backups playing, but there are some dogs that are backups because they want to get that, they want to get more money. They want to get more playing time. So I'm with everyone who thinks, oh, but the Sun, it's just a bad defense because everyone's getting injured now. It's just a bunch of backups. I understand that. I'm with you. But the backups can't always take the blame for being backups. At some
No.
point, you have to go to the coaching. Because what's the difference between the starter, who's a young guy, and another young backup going in? They're both young. They don't have a lot of experience. Our team is relatively young. I think some of the older people on our defense are like 26, 27.
Mm.
Like we don't have an old team.
No, it's not.
So
Not
like
a little thing.
having a young guy who's a starter go out and then putting another young guy in his place, there really shouldn't be that much of a difference outside of talent. But if we're talking how they're coached, there shouldn't be. But when you look at the secondary, or rather the second string coming in, they look like a deer in headlights. Black got abused today. They kept throwing it his way. Everyone was open the whole game.
Mm.
They couldn't cover anyone today.
Mm.
So this is just a great freebie for anyone else moving forward. They get a free win against the Giants because we can't do nothing. We can't stop the run and we can't cover the pass.
No,
It's
not
sad.
happening.
And then the Giants, we get one touchdown, go 3 and out through quarters 2 and 3, and then somehow find life in the fourth quarter when it's too late to even come back. This is the Giants football that I'm used to, sadly. And I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. We're being abused as fans to be subjected to this type of
Majorly
football.
abused by fans.
How does you feel about the game, Mom?
I thought it was boring. I actually fell asleep on the third quarter.
It was pretty lackluster. There wasn't much happening. It was like the most predictable football. We did the same stuff,
It
make
was
the same
predictable.
plays.
Yeah.
We always went to Wando Robinson. We never tried
Yeah.
to throw to anyone else. And I mean, it's not Dart's fault. The plays are designed for Wando Robinson that we're throwing. So, or Darius Slayton, who had a catch in the end zone and shocker, dropped it. Or rather, it got stripped from him in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
Just pathetic. It's horrible. And I can't wait until it's time to get a new coach. Dayball can't stay another season.
I
He's
would
been-
hope that they would move on after this season. I mean,
If he
I
stays,
think
he's getting away with serial murder. There's just no way. There's
yeah,
no way.
because he would need to prove that he is worth staying, and I don't think he's done that.
He has 20 wins with us so far, and he's only getting more losses. He's almost at 40 losses. I think he's at 37 or 38. He's gonna have a record of 20 and 40 very soon in 60 games. That's atrocious, ladies and gentlemen. That's atrocious. That's horrible football. That's a 33% win rate. You realize that, right? That's a 33% win rate. If he goes 20 and 40, that's a 33% win rate. He won a third of his games. as a New York Giant head coach once we get to 40 losses. That is the type of head coach we're going to have here if he stays. And Illuminor going out, losing Illuminor was horrible. That backup tackle is terrible. Awful. Those false starts are again, coaching, discipline. That's nothing with the player other than coaching and discipline. Did he know the cadence count? Does he know the calls? Does he know
Right.
the terminology?
Right.
Because why did he go offside so many times? Why did he false start
Mhm.
multiple times in just the first quarter?
He doesn't know the call, the cadence.
And then at the same time, discipline, coach them up, make it so that they hate making mistakes. Like, and I mean by hate, I mean that's the worst thing they could ever do in their life. We don't coach like that. We just coach lazy football. It's lazy. Missed tackles. A lot of those big yards that we got that McCaffrey got were from people hitting him first, and then he breaks off that initial contact and keeps going. Missed tackles.
Mm-mm-mm.
They're always trying to spin around and throw them. They're not just tackling them and bringing them to the ground. They're always trying to grab them and they try to spin around. Like it's like just bring them to the ground.
Right.
And they always just use their arms. Use your whole body. Have some sort of sense and use actual proper tackling for him. Holy hell. But Abdul Carter, you piss me off. I understand that you get pressure and whatnot and you draw attention, but I don't see you do anything.
So we have retired in Naples dropping in saying Robin shouldn't catch the flu and fire head coach, the OC, the DC, the GM, and 9 of the 11 starters. That he's really getting rid of all of those people.
Might as well. Our team sucks. We're back to the New York Giants just stink.
What up,
Stink.
Michael Holmes? Sorry I didn't see this sooner. I was giving some time for chat.
What's up, Mike?
Populate. He said, "Here we go again. It's the same story every game. Just sorry. What up, family?" That's what he said. Then
Doing good, Mike. I hope you're doing well, man.
Benny Boom 68 says it's coaching. They don't Dexter Lawrence
I
is
hear
your
an echo.
best player on defense, and I can't believe he hasn't requested a trade. It's true.
Because Dexter
The
Lawrence
coach,
knows he could get paid here.
it's true. The coach has lost his team. Yeah, pretty much.
The
Yeah.
coach been lost his team. He lost his team in 2023. The team
Wasn't that what
he never had control of the team. The second Wink
No.
Martindale left, he lost all control. The second Wink Martindale resigned, he lost all control. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
The locker room was disturbed that Wink Martindale resigned. Disturbed.
Oh, yeah.
The defensive side of the ball, I remember their comments. They were disturbed and they were sick to their stomach. They couldn't believe that he would just resign. Dayball is the problem. He's a cancer. He needs to go. Got to get him out of that office. Joe Shane, he shouldn't be allowed to be a general manager in the NFL. Ever. Again. He should be done. This should be his last job opportunity. Joe Shane is a fraudulent general manager. He does not know how to manage anything. At all. And it's really upsetting because what they did with the Buffalo Bills, and then shocker, the Buffalo Bills are still doing well in their absence. And then they come over here and they just stink up the joint. They brought us Devin Singletary's bum ass. Phony number 26. You know it's bad Giants football when you got to see Devin Singletary running the ball a lot. And what happened to Tyrone Tracy Jr.? Did he get hurt?
You're right. I didn't see him towards the
Why
end.
did we all of a sudden stop going with Tyrone Tracy Jr.? What are these? They didn't say he got hurt. So was there a coach decision to put Devin Singletary in?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Are we tanking? I feel like if you're going to put Devin Singletary in for a majority of the snaps, you're deciding you want to tank. I hate Devin Singletary. And I hate the commentator for calling him the elusive Singletary. He's elusive at getting freaking wins. That's what he's elusive at. He knows how to avoid winning. I'm done. I'm tired of the New York Giants. I'm sick of saying the same thing 8 weeks into the season every year. That we just have to tank and just get a better draft pick. I'm tired of it. I should not be subjected to using that as my coping mechanism. That we have to look forward to the next year's draft. Just to draft these people and then do nothing with them. Deontay Banks, Evan Neal, nothing, nothing. Waste. We can't draft someone in the top 10 and then be a bust. That can't happen again. It can't. The more I see Deontay Banks play, the more I think he shouldn't even be in the league. He's just bad. He's bad. He's
He's
not
not
good.
good.
He's not good.
He's not. He's not good.
And you're gonna see more of it, Giants fans, as we continue. As long as Deontay Banks is still in there, we ain't gonna get no stops on defense. None of that's gonna happen. I promise. You heard it here right now. Deontay Banks is bad, and he's a bust. Evan Neal is worse. The fact that they put in a different person instead of Evan Neal speaks volumes. The fact that they put in some guy who I've never heard of behind Illuminor's spot instead of putting Evan Neal there. Is Evan Neal even still on the team? Like, where is he?
He's there. I just
Daniel Bellinger, did he have a neck injury still? Like, what's going on? Jalen
uh
Hyatt did one thing today. One thing. He got a return for like 20 yards. And that's it. Waste. A waste of a draft pick. We don't use the people we draft. And the people that we're supposed to use are on the bench.
yeah,
You can't
pretty
make this
much.
up. You can't make this up. That's management, ladies and gentlemen. That's coaching. That's evaluation. That's not just the players. That's the coaching staff. That's the team as a whole. When they make these decisions in the offseason to pick these people and prospect them
Mhm.
and scout them,
Mhm.
they pick these people. So management and coaching, they have to go. I understand that the offense has been terrible for the last 8 years. And the common denominator for all of that has been bad coaching
Terrible coaching.
and bad offensive line. But again, bad offensive line equates to bad management. How is your offensive line that atrocious? How did you just let that problem build like that? So
Point.
I don't know what else to say because I feel like I say the same stuff every week. I'm over it. I can't. It's like I'm getting to the point in the season where it doesn't even make me upset. It just makes me I'm disappointed. I'm over it. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't do
Mhm.
it. The only way that the Giants truly will bounce back is when all those coaches are gone. And like my mom
See?
said, every single one, every single person in
All of them.
personnel, why are why are there people that have been there through the last like six head coaching regimes?
Yeah,
My
those
mom,
people should be gone.
they all should be. What have they been doing that helps the team? What do they
Right.
do?
Right.
I don't get it.
Except for just maintaining their jobs.
Cam
That's it.
Scadaboo should be interim coach or something. I don't know what position, but Cam Scadaboo needs to get his ass back in there and start getting these guys hyped up because no coach is doing it. Shane Bowen should not have a job in the NFL, period. There's
No,
just no way.
no.
There's just, and the fact that Brian Daboll hired him feels like that was a panic hire because he ran out of time. Because they said, oh, well, look at his stats. It's like, yeah, but the Titans stink. And they still stink without Shane Bowen.
Without Shane Bowen. We stink with him now.
We took a guy that stinks up the joint in Tennessee and brought him over to New York and thought he wouldn't stink up the joint here. Just lazy management. Just half-ass decisions. Just I'm over it. The ass backwards Giants. That's what we are.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're the freaking littles. We ain't giant. We're littles. I'm over it.
Mm.
So Giants fans, I
Benny Boom asks, what type of coach would y'all like to have running the team?
someone like a Brian Flores, someone like a Mike Tomlin, someone like a who's another good coach? Maybe not LaFleur. I was gonna say LaFleur, but no. Even someone like homeboy on the Broncos. Why can't I think of his name right now? Why can't I think of the Broncos head coach
Is
name?
Sean Payton still on
Sean
the
Payton. Sean Payton. Thank you.
Mhm.
My head wanted to say Tony Dungy. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why.
It's a
I
different
just
old guy.
yes. But like someone like that, like an actual seasoned QB, or I say QB, head coach that knows how to win and knows how to game manage. Brian Daboll can't game manage. He can't. Nick Sirianni has better game management, and he copes with the tush push. I don't get it. So anyone that can manage a team and actually get players to believe in what he says, make him have credibility, someone who has
Yeah.
credibility. And how about this? Somebody who has above a 37% win rate as a head coach.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not asking for a lot when I ask for the specifically the win rate of it all. A head coach, if they have a good resume, it would not reflect that they have under a 40% win rate. So they could be a 500 record coach. That's better than what we have right now. So my thing about it is get us an actual leader. Get us somebody who actually knows how to turn the locker room around and
Mhm.
get players to believe in their mission and what
Yeah,
they need to do
absolutely.
and the culture.
Hmm.
Don't get somebody who's just going to sit there and yell and get angry and flail his hands around. Brian Daboll looks like he's just
Does
having a
that
baby
great.
fit. He's a
Yeah,
baby
he does
fit
it all
out
the
there
time. Does it all
all the
the time.
time.
Hmm.
He just rages out. And even when he was talking to Malik Neighbors, he's like, "What do you do when you get angry? Because I lose it." Like, why are you telling players that you lose it? You're on a losing franchise. You don't think we know that? What are you happy you're losing? No. Why do you gotta let players know that you lose it? Is that intimidation? Because that's not gonna work. Not for those grown men. I,
Almost like a form of intimidation. It is.
but and again, Don Wink Martindale resigned because he didn't want to work with Dayball. That was the main reason. It had nothing to do with the team. It had nothing to do with pay. It was because Dayball fired people behind his back. That to me screams that he's a bastard
Yeah,
and he's a
yeah,
jerk.
because this was especially if it was somebody on Wink Martindale's his immediate team.
And Wink told him personally, if you're going to make moves with coaches, let me know. Come to me first. You know what Brian Daboll probably said? Screw you.
Yeah,
And did it
probably.
himself.
That sounds like him.
It sounds like him because he's a fat, bald bastard.
All
And
right,
he's always angry.
you're going a little bit too far now, I think.
He deserves it. He's a jerk. He's the
Well,
reason we're the way we are. It's not Daniel Jones. It was never Daniel Jones. I can't believe I'm saying that. But it
never
was never
Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones. It was never him. I can't believe I'm saying that. It was never him. It was Dable the whole time. We got scammed in the Coach of the Year season in 2022. We got scammed. That's the biggest scam in Giants franchise history. He comes in with a Pop Warner schedule and gets us into the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. And then the next year, we just do nothing. We have 4 wins. And then the next year after that, 2 wins. And here we are with our 2 wins and 7 losses.
We have some other contributions to the chat. We have Michael Holmes saying that he would like Gruden as a coach
I
on the
have some
team.
things about Gruden that I don't like.
All right.
It's the things
Um,
that he said. It's the
okay.
things he said in the emails. Um, I get it that he's a coach and that people should give second chances, but you got to keep those things in mind when you're trying to bring in a leader. He has a great football mind, but are his intentions good? I don't know. If to me, we need somebody that doesn't have any sort of bad juju. John Gruden would be great. Don't get me wrong. He's a great coach, great football mind. But he's kind of no different from Dayball in the sense of he's a piece of shit, but for different reasons. Dayball just has an absurd ego, and that ego is getting in the way of him winning football games because Wink Martindale left, and you got other people that left because Wink Martindale left, and then you got certain players that ended up leaving and going to different teams, more than likely because they knew what was coming, where we're at right now. So Dayball is why players on our team don't like to stay, and why we lose coaches. So if you want the real stick of it all. Now, would John Gruden be better than Dayball? Absolutely. Regardless of anything that he's done and said out off the football field, I would probably more than likely be grateful if we had John Gruden as the head coach. especially with our situation right now. So, Mike, I do see what you're saying there. I do get it. But we got to make sure that people we bring in aren't going to tarnish our image more than it is already tarnished. Because the Giants continue to be the laughing stock of the NFL.
Laughing stock.
People, when they want to feel better, they watch Giants football highlights. That's
It's
the kind
now
of
comic relief.
it pretty much is. I mean, we're a joke.
Weird joke.
It's sad
Very.
because New York sports and New York football is just not that. That's not what we are. We were always a team that had respect. Even if we weren't playing that great, teams came in and played us like we were undefeated because they knew that we could beat them at any given Sunday. Now, you can just walk all over us. That's all right. We won't get back up and punch you back in the mouth. We'll just stay down on the ground. It's sad. And again, coaching is why we're like that. That's why we're like that.
Absolutely. 100%
So
coaching. It's all in the coaching.
if you
All
want to be real here, the Giants' chances of winning another football game might be done for the rest of the season. I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't, it's we
It's
don't
not looking good.
no.
It's just not.
And they'll
Because
just have to, pack it up and look at the recruits that are coming in. That's
we're about to
that's
get
their
killed by the
fate,
Bears. The
probably.
Bears just put up 40 plus points today, and they still
Really?
had time left in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
So the Bears about to do it. Oh my God, they got us playing the Bears, then the Packers, then the Lions,
Lions,
and then the
Packers,
Patriots.
Bears, Packers, Lions,
I
Patriots.
want you to know right now, the only game that we have a shot of winning is against the Raiders, and it's December 28th.
We are definitely in desperate times. There's no question about it. It's unfortunate. The son's head is in his hand today. He can't deal with this anymore. It's just a
They
whole
really
bunch of
screwed
mess.
us over and gave us the hardest schedule.
They did. They did.
Why would you give the hardest schedule to a team that would struggle against high school players at this point?
Yeah,
What are we
pretty
doing?
much.
What are we doing?
Not much.
They hate New York sports.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL, it's rigged. They just want New York to be miserable. They kept
Yes.
showing glimpses. They showed a quick snapshot of Camp Scadaboo getting carted off. Why? Why? Why you gotta
Why
do
did they do
that?
that? We don't need to see.
Why you
They
gotta do
know.
that?
Yeah.
And
There's
then
no.
immediately after the Niners scored a touchdown on us, what did they do? They showed Daniel Jones running in a touchdown. Why? Why are we getting rage baited?
It is
Why?
rage bait.
It's cringe at this point. Stop.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
stop. I
It
don't
is
want to see
rage
Daniel
bait.
Jones play football.
No, no,
Not
most people
after we
don't.
get scored on. I don't want to see that. Why do you got to show Camp Scadaboo? That was last week. We're still mourning. Hello? Why?
Hell, he's still mourning. He's the one who's out.
You don't have no other downtime footage of nothing at all? You had to show Camp Scadaboo
They have to
on the
show
cart,
Scam.
and you just had to
Of
show.
all the
There's
shots
how
of
many
him on
games
the
were playing
cart,
at the same time? Like 10? And you chose Daniel Jones? Scored a touchdown? There was no other touchdowns that happened at that time? I promise you there was at least two. But you chose Daniel Jones. Y'all been doing that since week one. I'm done with the rage bait. It's working. But stop. Just stop with the rage
it's
bait.
working.
It's working. It's literally 8 out of 10 rage bait every time. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to see Daniel Jones score a touchdown. And I damn
no,
sure don't want to see it after
no,
we just got scored on.
no.
It's like they want us to just end it all. Like
Yeah.
it's not it's a nightmare. We are in a nightmare that never ends.
Mm-hmm.
Never ends.
It's never ending. It's
And now
very
you got us
ending.
going into the gauntlet. You got us playing the Bears, the Packers, and the Lions. They're all in the same division.
I have some other comments in the chat. Benny Boom 68 said at least y'all can cheer for the Knicks.
I'm not even a Knicks fan.
Maybe Giants should try another sport. They stink at this one. Oh, that's terrible.
Maybe they should just sell the whole team and just stop playing
Zero.
forever. I'm with him on that one. He's cooking. We're done. I'm not a Knicks fan and I'm not a Nets fan. Ironically, I'm a 76ers fan. And that only happened because I've been in this area for 10 years and I always loved Allen Iverson. So it was kind of a no-brainer. So I'm sorry. But I'm not a Knicks fan or a Nets fan. I used to be a Nets fan when they were in New Jersey. When they left because Jay-Z bought them and sold them to Brooklyn or whatever, and brought them to Brooklyn, that is when I officially was like, I stopped watching basketball for a few years. And then I saw how good Kevin Durant was, and I started watching basketball again. That was the Kevin Durant's the only reason I came back to watch basketball. It was no one else. It was Kevin Durant. And then I started watching teams and I saw the 76ers stunk. I went to 76ers games for like $20 a ticket with my fraternity brothers in college
Mhm.
because they stunk. They couldn't even buy a win. And then over time, I got brainwashed into being a 76ers fan. So here I
Mhm.
am. So that's the only Philly team I stomach remotely. But every time when I go to the Sixers game and they bring out an Eagles player to hit the bell, I'm always booing every time. They're like, and now time for the Philadelphia Eagles, Deshaun Jackson. Boo! They're like, aren't you a Philly fan? I'm like, no, I'm not. Just a Sixers fan. Boo! Oh my God.
Oh,
Uh,
well, I think
we've
exhausted the
exhausted
amount
all of our phrases
of the
and
complaints
adjectives and
about the
everything.
Giants. I mean, there's only but so much complaining we can do in one session.
Yeah, I'm losing the patience to try to find creative ways to say how much we stink. I just don't know how else to say it
Yeah,
other than that we stink.
yeah, it's pretty
So,
bad.
but we'll see you guys next week for probably another thrashing. Especially
I
let me
don't,
look at the,
I
let me
don't,
look at the Bears. Let me see how they're doing.
I don't anticipate the Giants winning next week.
The Bears, wait. The Bengals came back and almost won. The final score was
Oh
47 to
wow,
42.
wow.
Well, so if you look at it this way, the Bears beat the Commanders. Oh, that's right, they did do that. Man, the Bears beat up on the NFC East so far. If you look at the NFC East opponents they face, they put 31 up on the Cowboys. They beat the Commanders by one. They're about to probably put up 30 on us. And then do they play the Eagles? They play the Eagles after they play us. So we're just the last warm up before they play the real people in the NFC East. So they about to put up 30 on us. You heard it here first. The final score probably 31 to like 16. I don't
Hmm.
know. Something like
Yeah,
that. So guys, we'll see you next week. I don't know. It's just it's a miserable season. We
another
had
miserable
our two
season.
weeks. We had our 2 weeks of fantasy where we could be happy that we were Giants fans and proud of Jaxson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. We had 2 weeks. They gave us 2 weeks of hope.
Just 2 weeks.
We're gonna hold on to those 2 weeks for dear life because this next month is gonna be bad. Like I said, we're probably not gonna get a win till December 28th. And even then we may not get that. So
Wow.
we'll see.
Well, we said it here first.
This
All right, my friends.
what more can in the words of Tony Soprano? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
What are you gonna do?
do? All right, everybody. We'll see you next time on Family Bonding.
Take care.
Bye. All right, it's done.
Mom, the Bears.
We had 66 views today. That's a lot for us